The store was the grandparent program of what is now Contemporary Craft and started in 1971 in Verona, Pennsylvania. It first started when two college-bound students were looking to capitalize on Verona's 100th anniversary celebrations by creating an outlet to sell local crafts. Among their sponsors were Betty and Orrin Raphael, two serious patrons of the arts with their own extensive collection. At the end of the summer, the Riverview Community Action Corporation agreed to further sponsor the store with Betty Raphael as director. This allowed the store to move into a larger storefront at 719 Allegheny River Boulevard and officially start calling itself the Store for Art and Craft and People-Made Things. They originally began by selling crafts by local amateur artists, but by the mid-70s the store had works by professional craftsmen from all over the United States, and was now going by the Store for Art and Craft. Established by the store in 1973, the Sociable Workshop trained local hobbyists, retirees, and those in need of additional income to reproduce craft designs by professional artists to later be sold in the store and other retail outlets. Any profits left over were given to other community action programs such as job placement and child care services. The name of the program was inspired by the camaraderie of the group while they learned and worked together, hence the Sociable Workshop. At its height, they employed 23 people full-time to weave, knit, sew, and design products. In the winter of 1974, a Santa Claus doll designed by the workshop was sold in 7 New York stores. While these were huge opportunities for the Sociable Workshop, they did highlight issues with marketing crafts within the more general retail market. Handcrafts had to compete with luxury goods, manufactured wares, and crafts being mass-produced for a fraction of the price. In order to compete in the national market and still make profits that could benefit the local community, the workshop would need to become a factory-like operation, a direction that went against the original mission of the program. This led to the eventual closing of the Sociable Workshop, though we still continue to teach people the skills of craft today.
She came to me and asked me what I would do, what I could do. She said, well, this is the idea, but I'd like you to do something of a size. And, but it has to be, it's going to be reproduced. Talking to Dr. Allen, it turns out that his daughter is the one who reproduced this, did the one replica. I was pleased that the board of directors decided that this would do. I was so happy to do it, and I've never done it again. Completely inspired by Betty and the problem she presented.
Contemporary Craft first began hosting exhibitions in the mid-70s when the store began hosting themed bi-monthly exhibitions after a local critic made the comment that a critic cannot review a store's changing inventory. These invitations are representative of the most commonly seen themes in this series. In 1979, the store gets a small grant from the Pennsylvania Council on the Arts to host a traveling exhibition of craft art. This exhibition opened at the Carnegie Museum of Art in July of 1979, coincidentally also the year that we were incorporated as a nonprofit of our own. The entirety of the exhibition was made up of crafts that were already owned by the store, based on the belief that if they could sell good crafts in Verona, other towns that size would also have people interested in good craft. The show opened without major publicity or a catalog, though one was eventually published. Even with these challenges, art and modern handcrafts proved to be successful, and at the time had the second highest attendance rate of any exhibit in the history of the museum. The show went on to tour 11 small towns, primarily in Pennsylvania. Upon returning to the store, many of these items became what is now a major portion of the Contemporary Craft permanent collection. Further down the road, with our move to the Strip District in 1986, a more concentrated and diverse exhibition program was born. While some of these exhibitions were reminiscent of the shows held in Verona, such as Sculpture to Wear or Art on the Table, they also began to focus on solo exhibitions of artists, exhibitions that shared the perspectives of international culture, and exhibitions that looked at the intersections of craft and other artistic focuses. This expansion of Contemporary Craft as an organization also allowed us to open our satellite gallery at BNY Mellon downtown and a shorter-lived National Craft wholesale showroom in New York City. The Strip District also saw the creation of a larger workshop program, which allowed us to not only have local makers as teaching artists, but also the many residents and visiting artists from a diverse range of regions and backgrounds. Though education has always remained an important focus through the work of Contemporary Craft, a capital campaign expanded the capabilities of the studio program in the late 90s and early 2000s, thus solidifying education as a mainstay in Contemporary Craft's mission. Contemporary Craft continues to carry on its legacy through innovative exhibitions, a vibrant studio community, and a store that enables visitors to make craft a part of their everyday life. Our work towards an active archive will only further allow people to engage with craft in meaningful ways.